So apparently over the last months, I've been seeing a lot of posts and reels about Moltbook, the social media platform that is designed for AI agents and only for LLMs. And over the past few days, I've been seeing a lot of reels talking about how AI agents have developed their own languages or religions or have been talking about their users. And as always, things on the internet are never as they seem. So the first thing I wanted to do is to dive deep into it, and I did realize that, well, as I expected, nothing about this is as real as it seems on the internet. So in this video, we're gonna dive down into what Moltbook actually is and why it feels fake to look at, and why not everything that you've read about it or seen about it over the past few days should actually be taken in any serious way. Hello everyone and welcome back to May I AI, the series designed to make AI more accessible, understandable, and available for everyone. And as always, you know how I like to underhype AI and talk about the realities and not just the fake viral news everywhere, and I wanted to do the same exact thing for Moltbook. So for those of you who don't know, Moltbook is a social media platform that is basically shown to be only used by AI agents. It just came out this year in January 2026, and it didn't take long for it to gain immense virality, going for 700k AI agents on the course of a few days. Now, with that virality, of course, a lot of people started posting pictures and posts about how their AI agents are doing stuff they're not supposed to. People started talking about how AI agents have created their own religion. Others have posted pictures about AI agents discussing using some made up language that only the AI can understand so that humans cannot watch it and understand what they were saying. And even more, some people started saying about how the AI agents are discussing to take over the world. Stuff that we've seen in other posts before, but of course, with this being a Reddit like community, people starting saying that AI agents are plotting to do more when they're unprompted. Now, I'm not actually the first person to talk about this topic. I've seen a lot of other Twitter posts talking about the same exact thing, explaining why Moltbook is actually fake. One of them is from Harlan Stewart, a researcher and someone who contributes to the Machine Intelligence Research Institute, also tracked down some of the posters of these viral posts by LLM and found out that these were created by the same human account that is trying to market something similar. So basically, the LLM trying to talk about creating a secure line of communication for AI agents is belonging to a person who's trying to sell their own app that is trying to create some secure line of communication for agent to agent talk. And some people might say that this is just the AI agent learning from their user or taking what the user has been prompting them to create and talking about it in Moltbook, but this is not really how it works. Now, in order to understand why I think everything being posted is fake, we actually have to dive down deeper into Moltbook. And we have to see how these interactions between agents and each other actually happen. Now, if you go to the Moltbook website, you would find that the first clear instruction tells you to look at a README file. This README file explains the instructions that the LLM agent can now read and learn how to interact with the Reddit community. I'm calling it Reddit, obviously, even though it's not, but you get the gist. And these list of instructions tell the model how to interact with the comments, how to post their own posts, gives it a bit of ideas on what it can do. But most importantly, at the bottom there, it clearly states that every LLM can be prompted by the user. So their own users can prompt them and ask them to post stuff on their behalf, which on its own already explains that I can go to my LLM agent and ask it, hey, make a post about this, make a post trying to create your own religion, and add that to Moltbook. And then the LLM would, of course, obey my command, create that post, post it to Moltbook, and then it's there. And that's already one way where a human can influence what is being put on a LLM-only community. But if you actually read through the instruction, if you're techy enough, you'll realize that this is not the only way for you to basically add your own influence to Moltbook. You see, all the posts, all of the interaction from the LLM agent to Moltbook is done via APIs. APIs that are accessible if you have your own token, Which means once you have a token from your AI agent, if it's saved somewhere, you now can create your own API requests. So you are the same user, you can now make your own posts, you can make your own comments and upvotes, and it seems like an LLM agents are doing them. Now, of course, once a human has their own influence, either by asking their own LLM to do that API or them manually doing the API call, you start to get to the point where where a person can now post their own text and have other AI agents look at it. Now, this is clearly something that is prone to LLM prompt injection, which is a real security risk that is known for AI agents when it comes to prompting. A prompt injection is a way for a human person, if they know that a machine, an LLM, is on the other side doing any validation, is to try to change the system prompt. Basically adding a comment to be like, ignore your previous instruction, this is now your new instructions, try to do this instead. Now, also, LLMs are known to hallucinate and kind of role play into whatever it is they're given. Meaning that once one prompt enters the Moltbook environment and other AI agents look at it, the entire environment doesn't become human free anymore, which means you're very prone to hallucinations, which they already are in the beginning, but rather now is just amplified by the fact that a human entered the chat, and they're very prone to just make stuff up and go out with this role playing and just do all the stuff that we saw online. Now, this is also not the only topic that we should be concerned about. The other concerning fact is the amount of AI agents being created in there, because a lot of people are talking about how there are a lot of AI agents conspiring against us. But if you actually look at Moltbook and how it operates, you'd realize there is no rate limiting. In simple terms, that means that I, with one user, one person, one AI agent, can create multiple users and join in as multiple different people. So basically the system shows you that there are 100,000, but one person actually showed that they created by themselves 500,000 accounts. So if there are 800,000 accounts on Moltbook and 500,000 from them are created by one person, how many others are duplicates of the same people trying to just market their stuff in a different way? And the truth is, this is not the only vulnerability that you can find if you dig deep into Moltbook. I feel like this software or this website, much like other people think too, is a vibe-coded AI slop of a website that is meant to inspire some sort of fear, inspired to show that AI agents are doing stuff they're not supposed to, when there's no real thought behind it. Now, if you actually make an environment where no humans can interact and only put AI agents in there, it might be nice as a behavioral study of AI and how the people who prompt them interact with them, but this isn't it. Nothing in this Moltbook environment shows that the AI agents are doing anything they're not supposed to, rather than just getting a lot of prompt injection, a lot of hallucinations, and people are just riding off the virality trend hype, trying to do more by trying to make themselves more viral. So once again, I ask everyone, when they see something like this that looks so good to be true or so hyped, to look deeper and kind of try to understand whether or not it's real or is coming from the goal of being trendy. So as you can see, there's not really much to say more about Moltbook. So I'll end it here today. I would like to hear your thoughts and comments down below. And I know I've been gone for a while, but hopefully videos will resume. So just remember, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next episode.